Well, hello, and good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. This is Caron Bailey. I am your independent demonstrator with Stampin Up. And you guys, today I am sharing with you a new product suite that is coming out with Stampin Up. Guys, this is Caron Bailey, your independent demonstrator. Guys, anything that you see that you like tonight or today's product unboxing, shop on my website anytime. Obviously, they're not going to be available until March 1st because this is only available right now for current demonstrators, but it will be available for customers on the 1st of March. Any products that you order from today through the end of the month, please use the host code unless your orders are $150 or more, as that earns you the host benefits. Anything under, use the host code as listed there and be entered into the drawing to win a free giveaway at the end of the month. Now, something I've started doing that's new is for when you make a purchase in my store using the host code at $50 or more, I am giving a free gift with purchase. And this month, I've already given away the ones that I've had so far, so I don't have any on my desktop. But it is an awesome set of embellishments that you can use. And I'll share that with you maybe towards the end if I find one. Don't forget, celebration ends in a couple of weeks, 2 weeks to be exact. Celebration ends February 28th. That is the last opportunity for you to be able to get any of the items that you see that you would love to have from the celebration catalog. And they are you have two categories for a $50 category and a $100 category. So if there's anything that you see that you want, you have the next 2 weeks within which to get your purchases right so that you can get those items that you want. I am also looking to grow my team by minimum 2 people in the next 2 weeks. I know there's some folks out there that absolutely love Stampin' Up and would love to be able to save a little money by getting that demonstrator discount. And every demonstrator starts with 20% off your entire purchase. During celebration, when you join my team, you have 3 options for joining this month. One is all of them, you get $175 in product. For $129, you can include the mini cut and emboss machine, and you get that in the boho blue or the white, or just for $99, you can get $175 in products, and it's all free shipping. Don't forget to follow, like, and share my page and my YouTube channel. I have goals. I'm looking to be at 250 on my followers on Facebook and 300 YouTube subscribers by March. All those details are there, but that's not what you came here for. You came here to see this new suite collection. So what is our online exclusives? Stampin' Up's did explore. What did they do? They rolled out a new strategy for revealing new products. So if you're not familiar, and I haven't said it before, there will only be one celebration this year, and this is it. So get what you need. So the next strategy that they're going to do is they're going to roll out some products that are only going to be, they're called online exclusives because you probably won't find them ever in a catalog. They will only be available in our online stores. Guys, if I keep checking back and forth, it's because I'm checking to see if anybody's trying to join me in the actual Zoom. If I do, that's why, okay? So anyway, so this first exclusive product that we're going to talk about, this is from the Hello Irresistible collection. Okay, and the entire collection as a whole, as we're able to purchase, was $74.50. You guys, for stamps, dies, DSP, embellishments, $74.50 is not a lot of money. So I'm going to share with you what we as demonstrators were able to pre-order, because not everything is available right now. We are only able to pre-order these items. All right, so included in the suite collection for $74.50, you'll get the Stampin' Die bundle. You get this gorgeous paper, these amazing dots, and I also added the designer paper, another specialty paper, and these 3 sets of basic 3D embossing folders. So let me get with it so I can share with you what those look like. All right, I think I'm going to start with the paper first. Let's do that, because the paper is absolutely amazing. So this paper pack, okay, there are 48 sheets of 6 by 6, and these papers coordinate with Daffodil Delight, Flirty Flamingo, Returning Lost Lagoon, Petal Pink, Returning Pretty Peacock, and our Soft Seafoam cardstock. Now let's take a look. Now they all pair with other colors, but this is what most of the colors that you'll see in the paper itself. Okay, so let's go through the papers. This is one of my favorite right here, and these colors are not in my wheelhouse normally. So that I have do not disturb on, and that only comes through. Anyway, so here we go. So this is the first print. And of course, all of Stampin' Up papers are double-sided. So here's the front, oops, and here's the back side. And most of our prints, you always have on the front side what we call a busy side. And then on the back side, we have what's called a more neutral, softer side. So this is the first one. Here's our second. And this is kind of where I see the Pretty Peacock and the, I think the Pretty Peacock is mostly what I see here. And this is the back side. This is the next print. Now this will look familiar to you, and you'll see why when I share with you the rest of the suite. Okay, and this is the back side. I love all of this, and I have to order another pack because I love both sides of this paper so far, and I'm going to be hard pressed to know to kind of figure out which one I'm going to use versus, which is why I have to get 2 of them. So the next print, I mean, this is kind of like a cloudy day, a sunny day, a stormy day. The next print, sunshiny day. The next print, love it. I just love all of the paper, and I'm hoping you love it too. If there's one that you see that you enjoy, please definitely tell me which one, okay? If you're joining me, guys, please take a minute to stop and say hello so that I know that you're here. And if you like and share and invite people to join, you never know, you might win one of the cards that we create today. All right, so here's the next. And look at this side. This is definitely our soft seafoam. This one is our Pretty Peacock, I believe. Look at this. This paper is absolutely gorgeous, y'all. Do you have a favorite so far? Hey, Michelle, do you have a favorite of the pack? And here is the other. So there's 4 sheets of each, and there's 6 prints in the pack. And this is the paper in the collection. Guys, this is amazing. Thank you. And I didn't even plan it that way. Michelle said my nails match. And I did not even plan it that way. Go figure. All right, so I'm gonna have to make my my little envelope for my cards later today, my paper, so I can put that away. The next thing that's in the kit, you guys, is the these are the loose frosted dots, and let me share these with you. Oh yeah, I'm assuming you mean this one. This is your favorite. Oh yeah, we're gonna work with that one today. Okay, so, and these are the frosted dots. Let me put this up here. I don't know if you can see this. So the dots, they're not adhesive backed, so you'll have to add some adhesive to them. At least I don't think they are. Are they adhesive backed? Let me read. I don't think they're adhesive backed. I can't see any adhesive on there. I could be wrong, but this is where our take your pick tool, and you can definitely take it out. If it has adhesive on it, let me see what it looks. Yeah, they don't have adhesive on the back. Yes, they do. No, they don't. Yeah, it's just the putty that's holding it together. But here's some putty. There's petal pink in here. This is a soft saffron. So saffron, sorry. And what else do we have in here? We have, this is the pretty peacock. So those are the colors that are in here in this gem set. And there's different sizes. I see small, medium, and large in each of the 3 colors. I'm going to be using those. I love them. All right, so what's next in the collection? Well, y'all, there's more paper in here. But before I get to that paper, I'm going to share with you besides the paper, what's the star of our show, the bundle. So the Irresistible Blooms. What I love about this, absolutely love, is the font. The font is amazing. If you guys haven't realized it yet, and I've said it so many times, I'm a font addict. I love the font and the way they stamp. And then the sentiments are even better. I couldn't be happier to have you as my friend. How amazing is that sentiment, right? And then you have these floral and leaf elements to complement. You guys, I am so big into splotches right now. One, because I can't ever get my markers to make splotches the way they need to be. So I'm always forever grateful when Stampin' Up! Has an image that has the splotches. That way I don't have to use my markers to do it. I should have done, yes, I did. So this is all the detailed, and then the dies. So once you stamp these images, these are only the outline, so you'll be able to cut the outline images. This is different. This is different. And I have, and I'll share with you what those look like. Okay, so, so on here, when you die cut these, here's what this one looks like. Here's what this one looks like. And then the rest of them are here. Tip that I'm going to share with you for die cutting this guy is definitely make sure that you have your the adhesive sheets on it, because trying to make sure that you only add adhesive here can be a little bit of a challenge. So it's easier if you ask me, and ask me how I know, because I did not do it. And I had to make sure that I put little dabs of glue everywhere. So it's just more efficient to use the adhesive sheets to definitely cut these guys out. Same with the circle. Okay, so that's what everything looks like in here. The other thing that I purchased was the designer paper. I don't know where I put that. Hold on, let me find where I put that. Because you know, when I try to keep things out of my way, I tend to put them where I can't find them, right? So let me go and find it. There we go. So in the other set of paper, this one right here, the naturally gilded, here's what that guy looks like. And that's a 12 by 12 card pack. And it is gilded. You can see the shimmer and the shine. Okay, so we have two that's kind of a nudish color, gold, and this is single-sided. We have two that are silver in color, and the prints are the same. No, they're not. The prints are different. So this one has more like sprigs and stems. This one seems to me like more like bark, like thin trees. And then this one is a little bit different, but this is our rose gold or our copper color. So 6 sheets in this pack, 2 each of 3 prints. What else is in this? Oh, I have to show you those. I did not, and I should have done that. I should have run them through the embossing machine so you could see them, the embossing folders, but I did not. Now, this pack comes with for $30. The basic 3D embossing folders come as part of the suite. And there are 3 of them. This one looks more like, I would say this is more geometric-y. I'm going to try to emboss these out for you, but this is lines and crisscrosses. Then we have, this one to me looks a little bit more like stars and starfishes. So I could definitely see using this in maybe like an underwater-ish kind of thing going on there. And then last is the dots. I think this might work well within the mini. We have that the dots background stamp. I don't know, we might be able to coordinate these with that, but these are basics and these are also as part of the collection. I did not get the classic letters. I'm not sure why. Could be because I have a scan and cut and I figured I could do my letters, but that remains to be seen. I just might get it later on. All right, so that's all the products that I got in the collection. Now it's time to do a little stamping and see what we can create with them. So I already went ahead and let me tell you, I don't know that I was feeling a lot creative today. So I did like most people do, and I went out on Pinterest and I saw what some of the other demonstrators were doing. And I took some inspiration from them. And quite honestly, y'all, I'm not recreating the wheel. So here we go. So the first one I'm going to do, this was inspired by, I have a layout. And this came from TGIF challenges. And this is challenge number 407. This layout right here. And I believe what I first saw the layout was from Tiffany Fite, F-I-T-E, fellow Stampin' Up demonstrator. And so I'm going to try to recreate this card using this image. So the colors I'm going to use today are Pretty Peacock as my card base. And this is the piece that I'm going to use. I mean, these colors are square in my wheelhouse. So I'm going to use that. And you remember, I did not use Pool Party I did not read Pool Party as a color, a coordinating color from the set. But look at how well Pool Party pairs with Pretty Peacock. So this is going to be my paper color combination for today. Let me do a quick check on Zoom, you guys, and let me see if anybody's trying to join me in Zoom. Okay, nope, nobody's trying to join me in Zoom. All right, so let's go. So I'm going to do my card base. My card bases generally are, I tend to do side folds. And so that's what I'm gonna do. And so for my card base, let me bring in this. I'm gonna score at 4 1/4, and I generally score. I generally almost always will do 2 card bases at the same time. And half of 8 1/2 is 4 1/4. So I'm gonna score there. And then I'm gonna cut at 3 1/2. I'm sorry, 5 1/2. So the benefit of doing this is that you will have card bases, 2 of them, that are exactly the same because you scored them and cut them the same. So we got 2 of them. And then what was my measurements? What did I say? My pool party is going to be 3 3/4 by 5 1/8. 3 3/4 by 5 1/8. 5 1/8. So just in case that you're not familiar or you're not comfortable with your blade, your trimmer, Stampin' Up trimmer comes to you in 1/16 of an inch. And so if you have to get down to the 1/16 of an inch, you can do that with the Stampin' Up trimmer. So all of the tick marks represent, I guess it's a major line. So this size is your 1/4 inch, this is your 1/2 inch. So this would be your 5 1/4, and then half of 5 1/4, the in between is where you'll, not half, but in between 5 and 5 1/4 is where you'll find your 5 1/8 little tick mark. And so that's the line that we need. So we're going to line this up with 5 1/8. And then we should be able to get 2 of them from this one strip that we cut. 5 1/8. There we go. Okay. Now our DSP, let's see what we need to do. I need to make sure that the challenge with using something that is directional is trying to make sure that you cut everything correctly. Okay, so because we're going to do we're going to need this to be, thank you, Jamie, for following me. Okay, so we need this to be, we need to cut this off at 1 5/8. So this is going to be 3 5/8. So let's count that again. 4/8 is a half. So 5/8 is going to take us just a little bit over the 1/2 inch mark. So that's 3 5/8. And then we need a piece that's 1 1/4 and 2 1/2. So here's our 2 1/2. And then here is our 1 1/4. Okay, we have a little strip left, and you know we're not throwing that out, right? So our next piece, so in our sketch, we have this and we have this. Now we need to have this part. Okay, let's take this guy off. And then we cut to let's see, this needs to be 3 5/8. think I messed up already, but we'll make it work. 3.5. 3 5/8 by 1 1/4. All right, so let's try to put this together, and if we need to trim because I messed up my measurement, that's what we'll do. So we have this right here. And again, I'm just using, I try to lay everything out first to make sure that I have what I need to do before I trim anything. Okay, I'm going to trim this down just a little bit. And then this would be down here. Perfect. All right, so I'm going to trim this off just a sliver. And by a sliver, I mean a sliver. So this is approximately about 1 inch. Here we go. Okay, so now we're just gonna adhere everything down. And the best way I found to do this is to pick a spot, make sure that you have your measurements on each side as evenly around the border as you can. Okay. This is going to go down here, right? Here, try to line it edge to edge, like so. I think I cut the wrong one. This needs to be 1 inch right here. So I'm going to trim, see, because it lined up. So I'm going to trim this piece. It's all good. When you make a mistake, that's why we have more than one in the pack. So if we needed to, we could adjust. All right. And I'm not throwing any of this stuff away, you guys, because it can be used in some other future project. Okay. So once we're done with this, we are pretty much done with our basic layout. Like so. And this is pretty much complete. Now we're going to get to decorating our card. Oh. There we go. Now the thing I'm going to decide is, do I want to pop it up? And you guys know what's my answer? Yes, she does. Yes, she does. She does want to pop it up. Let me tell you what I've done today. I have some double-sided sheets, and I found that I had from Hobby Lobby, I think, or was it Michael's? I can't remember. I had some of that fun foam stuff, and I took the Stampin' Up double-sided tape, and I added it to the fun foam. And guess what we're going to end up doing right now? We're going to use that as and make our own little dimensional waste not, want not, is what I say. And when I was looking at it, I'm like, what am I going to do with that? And so now I know I'm going to make my own foam tape, adhesive foam sheets, until they run out, of course. And then I'll go back to buying the ones that Stampin' Up sells. There we go. And then we're going to add this to the card front, like so. And this is done until we do our sentiment and finish this card with other embellishments. Okay, so let's set this off to the side. And now we are going to need a piece of basic white. Let me find a piece. Okay, nope, that's not white. Basic white. Let's grab this. And I'm going to go in with, I think I'm going to just say hello today. Hello. How are you? I don't double them. And I use it because sometimes I just don't want that high of a profile, especially if I'm going to make a card. I may not want my profile to be that high for mailing. So I'm okay with it being thinner, especially if I'm planning on mailing that that card out somewhere. Hey Becca, how you doing? All right, so let's go ahead and get our sentiment stamped. And I'm going to use, I don't know if it's still in the catalog or not. I don't think it is, but I'm going to use it anyway. Okay, looking for my double punch. This one right here. Because this can fit right through here. Make sure we line it up properly, like so. And this is the double oval punch. I don't know if this is retired or not. It might be. And then I think I just put myself in a hole here. Do I have another piece of? No. Let's just grab some black, because I don't want to cut down my my other card base that I just had. So I'm just going to grab some black cardstock. And all I'm going to do with this is just punch the mat out. Awesome. All right, so here we go. We're going to map this right on here. That's what happens when you don't. Uh-oh. What are you planning on doing with your laptop, Beck? I found that I actually love Chromebooks. Do you do a lot in the Google world? I love Chromebooks. And when I had one, I had a specific purpose for it. So if you're going to do a lot of stuff with it, it might not work for you. But Chromebooks these days are, I guess they're getting, Dell has them, so they have some more power. Who's debating? I missed some comments. I'm sorry, y'all. Someone said they were debating this suite. I'm not sure who that was. Let me see. Oh, you should get it. You should get it, Martinette. I missed you guys last night. Last night I did the DSP workshop, and unfortunately nobody joined me. All right, so this is going to end up going here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring out, where did I put the dies? All righty. I'm going to cut out some of these leaves. Let me leave them on here because if I take them off, I will misplace them. All right, so let's do this. Let's take this guy out. I'm going to stamp a couple of them. And I'm probably stamp it in, what color do I want them to be? What color do we want this to be? I think it's all good. I'm just gonna stamp them out in Pretty Peacock, I think. So I'm gonna do a combination of Pretty Peacock and white. I know, I never did get rid of my Pretty Peacock. Can this fit on here? Yes, it can. Y'all, when I tell you I don't throw anything away, is which one soft succulent? No, the colors I'm using, this is Pool Party, actually. Pool Party and Pretty Peacock are the colors that I'm using. Okay. Stamp those out. And now let me grab my dies. And let me tell you, the other thing I'm going to tell you is I ran all of these dies through the, what's that? The mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss. I did not have to bring the Big Daddy out at all. So if that's something that you think about when you're looking at dies these days, all of these dies fit directly through the mini Cut and Emboss machine. You might need that. So let's stamp these. Let's get these two cranking. And if the camera shakes, you guys, it's because yes, I do have the boho blue. Yes, I do have the white. Yes, I do. Why? One, because blue is my favorite color. And so when they showed that we had one in blue, guess who had to have the blue? That was me. All right, so now I'm trying to find my plates, which I thought I was doing good by saving them. I put my plates in one of the Stampin' Up, what are those things called? You know, the little folders that Stampin' Up gives the dies in? They fit in there. So I ended up putting my my cutting plates in there. And of course, now I can't find them. Here we go. So I put mine, I store mine now in this, the Stampin' Up die folder, and they all fit in there. I definitely repurpose anything that I have with Stampin' Up, I repurpose in some way, shape, or form. And so that was repurposed for storage. I find that a lot of the Stampin' Up items you can use for storage. the cases, because I take mine out of the cases when I get them. Definitely use the cases if I'm traveling, and I put pencil markers in them. Well, not pencils. I store my watercolor markers in them. My watercolor, oh, what's going on here? I store my watercolor pencils in them. I store, if I make templates of some sort, I store them in there as well. If I make masks, if I don't put the masks back in with the stamp set, I put them in a Stampin' Up case. All right, here we go. So we have one, and it's not necessary to pass it back twice, but I'm just doing that just because sometimes I'm not sure if I went all the way through, so I just make sure. So we'll have one here. And then we'll have one over there. And then we will have one sample. Michelle, do you have all of this? Did you get the letters too? I don't know about those letters. The only letters right now that I think I might get are the ones that are in the current, what is it, the mini one that are thin. I might get those. Or are they in the annual catalog? I can't remember. But I'm definitely thinking about getting those. Other than that, I just don't do the letters just because I do have the ability to cut them out. You got it all. I can't wait to see what you did with the letters. Have you used your letters yet? All right, so this is done. Let's put this away. And I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do with this. I just think the white on here is a little bit too stark for me. So I'm going to go in with a blending brush or add a little color to the white areas very lightly because I don't want it to overshadow. Let me put this away so I don't lose it. Okay. Let me put this away so I don't lose it. And then I don't know where I put that already. See, look at how quickly I lose things, right? All right, so the next thing I'm going to do, like I said, is it's a little too stark for me. So I'm just going to quickly grab a piece of cardstock. This one. I'm going to grab some pretty peacock. Let me make sure I have no color on this. Perfect. And I just want it to be not so white. I'm going to take a lot of it off because I just don't want it to be so white. What are you using, Martinette? You said you love them. You talking about the thin dies, alphabet letter dies? Okay, and sometimes when, just as another tip is, sometimes the white cardstock, depending on your project, okay, and that's what they're called, alphabet a la mode. Sometimes the white in your projects can be just a little bit too stark. So all you gotta do is go in either with the same color or a color of your choice, and just mask over it so it's not to break up some of that white, break up some of the harshness of the white on the cardstock. So here's what we have. I think I'm going to do this, and I got to do something else because you know it's the rule of threes, right? So we're going to do this. Right? That looks even to me. Then I'm going to go in and grab some of these glue dots, the mini ones. I'm going to put it, I was going to put it on the back side, but I'm not. And then this one right here. Martinette, do you do videos? Do you go live? I'd love to support you if you do. And one more. And then I'm going to put this guy right here. That's one. And then I'm going to put the other one here. And I've got to do a third. But I think, oops, that third one might be just the die cut. All right. Then we're going to put this one here, like so. I know what the rule of 3 says, but do we need a third? I think so. I think so, right? Let me know what you think. Okay. Definitely message me what your channel is, and I will definitely try to support you. All righty. Now let's see. Do I want to just stick with the, do I just want to stick with the tranquil, not the tranquil tide, pretty peacock? Or do I want to add a little difference to it? What do you think? Stick with the pretty peacock in color, or bring in one of the other colors in the gems? Here we go. I think, and these are matte, so I'm not sure. I think I like having a little bit of color, but I'm not sure. What are your thoughts? Stick with the pretty peacock? Hey, Sharon, thanks for coming in. All right, so we're gonna stick with the pretty peacock. Martinette says stick with the pretty peacock. So I'm gonna do that. One, put you back. Let's get you. And I think let me tell you what I think my issue is with this, is that I like shiny. Yes, and they're matte. So I'm like, no, I need something a little bit sparkly, but I'm going to stick with those. All right, so where do we want them? I'm going to put one up here. I'm going to put one here. And I'm going to put one about right here. Thought for sure Sharon was going to. Thanks, Sharon. The passcode was in the Zoom invite, Sharon. It's always in there. I think sometimes if you click the link, it's supposed to take you directly into the meeting. I think. Is that not how it works? Because I think I was having that same issue last night. And then I just need a piece of basic white for the inside of my card that is 4 by 5 1/4. And then this card will be done. Now the other video that I watched what was her name? Is it Robin? Rachel Tessman, that's who it was. Lord Almighty, watch me call the lady a different name. So what I'm gonna do, because we never do anything naked, right? I'm gonna go right back in with the pretty peacock, and I'm gonna stamp once, and then I'm gonna stamp off on the bottom. And that's the inside of my card. Yeah. Also, when I'm doing like the cards and chat on Zoom, I have to give myself somewhat of a time limit. So like, because I just can't keep checking back and forth to see if people are coming in. So I'm trying to give myself a 15 minutes where I will check back and forth to see if somebody's trying to come in. And then from there, I just got to focus on creating the card. All right, so this is the first card. And again, I tried to get it to this template from TGIF Challenges, TGIF 407. So if you like this layout, I can do a snapshot of it and post it, and then you guys can feel free to create with it and then let me know what you make from it. All right, so Rachel Tessman, I watched this morning. I don't know if anybody else watched her. She did her unboxing of this suite, and I loved her card, so I said, I'm gonna try to do it. Now, of course, hopefully I get it right, because you know I'm not trying to embarrass myself or nothing. Oh, this might look good here. I colored that for my class. Sharon, I know you registered for the PDF for my Stampin' Sip. I will get that out to you. Unfortunately, I don't have anybody taking the class in person, so I will definitely work on getting those PDFs out to you. All right, so this is the card that Rachel Tessman created, and I'm gonna try to kind of recreate what she's done. But I'm gonna use some different papers and maybe some different colors. So this is the pattern that I'm gonna use. And my card base is gonna be soft sea foam. So this is what I'm gonna have, okay? So, actually it's not the card base, the DSP is the card base. So she cut this piece, the soft sea foam. This is going to be cut at 5 1/2. And the only reason I'm not going to do it at like I would is that I don't need to have this folded. So this needs to be a 1/2 of 11. And then 4 1/4, but just a little shy of the 4 1/4. All right, so this is done. Let's put this aside. I don't need that part anymore. And then our designer paper. All right, so the beauty of this is that it's non-directional, so I really don't have to worry about which side I trim off and which side I don't. So this, we're gonna cut it down to 5 1/2 by 6. And every side is 6 in this instance because it doesn't matter, it's not directional. I'm just gonna cut the 5 1/2. Okay, now Let me get this trimming blade out of that because I messed myself up the other day. With the 6-inch side at the top, we're going to score at a 1/2 inch. That's our 1/2 inch right there. And then at 4 3/4. Make sure I'm right before I score. Yes, 4 3/4. The only thing we have to think about now is which side we want on the inside and which side we kind of want as the cover. So, if we fold it this way, then this is going to be the side that we see. I think I'm going to do that. Ask me how I decided. I don't know. I just did. I just did, right? And then this side is going to fold that way. Okay. And then we're going to take this side, make sure everything is lined up. And so when we open our card, this is what our card's going to look like. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to add a little bit of adhesive. And you know I do my liquid. Now I'm going to put it right down the center. And the reason we cut it to just about the skosh of the 1/16, just a little bit off, is to make sure that when we put it flush with the fold, it still gives us what we need in the card base. Okay. So here's what we have. Now, when we open the card, this is how the card's going to open up. Okay. And so let's burnish this. And I'm going to, I think she did a 1/2 inch. She did do a 1/2 inch of coordinating colors. So I want to do, here's what I'm going to do. And I know what I'm going to use. I'm going to find some of that. Remember that gold? The gold, what's that called? The textured one that came with the texture chic. I'm going to go find that. Tell me why some things in my life are very easy to find and other things not so much. So this is what I'm going to do. And I just need about a 1/2 inch. I'm going to make this 3/4 of an inch. And I believe this is 5.5 now. Yep. So this needs to be 5.5. Is anybody else stamping today besides me? I'm going to run out. I have some errands to run after I'm done with this. And then when I get home, I'm just going to be back in my craft room. So what I'm going to do is pretty much this is going to go like this. And then this is going to come right in like this. So that's how I'm going to do that. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. This is how I line things up. Just a little thin strip of glue. And I'm just going to make sure my top matches. Then make sure my bottom matches. And then it's even, or as even as I get. And then now that that's like that, all right, how much do I want coming out of here, right? So I'm going to do just a little bit of glue, like so. Then, how about I do that? And give this just like this. Okay. And that's how I did this. What do we think of that? And you can add as many different layers as you want down on this side. But that's all I'm going to do. Oh, spa day. Oh, I wish. All right. So on the inside, I'm going to need a piece of cardstock for my sentiment that is 4 by 5 1/4. Let's set you aside for now. And you guys, I really do appreciate you taking your time to spend some time with me today as I unbox this collection. I think if I understood correctly, this is the stuff that we were able to order is only what we were able to pre-order. I think there's going to be some other stuff that's available. Am I correct in that, Michelle? 4 by 5 1/4. Because I thought this was only the pre-order list. Now, if we wanted to do a little something more, we could add another layer in here. So we would have this as well. But I'm just going to keep it simple today, and I'm just going to add my inside piece. Okay. All right, so now we have the sentiment, and while I have my hello out and my double punch, I'm going to stick with that. I'm not going to change that at all. So let me go ahead and stamp my hello. You'll notice that I am not. Oh, that would be sweet, wouldn't it, Sharon? Oh, why didn't I? Oh, because I'm like, how come I'm not doing that? Because I used it. I'm like, where's the rest of my cardstock? Because I know I had cut it off, right? Then I'm just going to punch this guy like so. And then I think I'm going to go right back in with my black again. Black is almost always a safe bet when you are matting something. It is so easy. Don't really have to think too much about it. So the matte, if you're using blacks, then definitely the black. Or if you're using something darker, you can do the early espresso as a matte. I have the pretty peacock. I think I have the old Lost Lagoon, but I definitely would want that in a new ink pad. I went looking this morning. I don't have any Lost Lagoon. So I definitely have to go get some of the Lost Lagoon cardstock when it comes out. the new ink pad and refills, of course. And of course, if they do Stampin' blends, I'll have to get that because everybody have to have blends. Okay. I have the Pretty Peacock, and I do have the Pretty Peacock ink, so that one I don't need to reorder either, which is great. I was looking through, there was a while ago that I went through and I purchased like some older ink pads, and unfortunately that boho blue is not something that I have. I wish I did, but I don't. All right, so this is where we're going to put this. Now this is a little plain because it is a little plain. So I think today I want to stamp out the floral image, I think. You know what would be great, you guys, because I think all of you guys are demonstrators that's watching right now. If we would do a, if you have the collection, we do a swap and see how many different things we can create. Anybody down for a swap besides me? Another one? And Martinette, you saw that I posted the partners for the diamond run, right? You think it'll be one of the, I know it's a returning color. I don't know if they'll bring it back in as an in color, but it sounds to me, and I could be 100% incorrect, but it sounds to me like we're probably due for a color reset. And I'm thinking that that's probably what will happen. So I'm going to punch this out or stamp this. And I want to color it. I know we have soft sea foam markers, ink blends, so I'm going to use that. And I know we don't have Pretty Peacock. What color markers can I use for that? Shaded Spruce, maybe? No, that's way off. I got to think about something for my highlight. So I'm going to go in and do a little quick coloring with my soft sea foam blend. And I think it was Lydia who said to me that when you're coloring, don't feel that you had the need to color in all of the white spaces. So sometimes when I'm coloring, I don't necessarily color it all in. Just a quick tip that I learned with my markers is, I don't know if you noticed, but I will constantly flip my brush. That way I'm not wearing down. Okay. I'm not wearing down one side versus the other. Pool party. Do I have pool party? Mint macaron. What's this? Oh yeah, I do have pool party. I should have known that. Well, let's see if we can go in and add a little bit of dimension with the blue. Will it pick it up? Oh yeah. So I'm gonna go use the pool party as my highlight color. All of this is gonna be pool party because it's dark. my pool party. Again, it's just for highlighting and accenting. Let's do that. You notice there's no rhyme or reason to what I'm doing here, right? Although there kind of is. And then I'm going to go back in with the dark sea foam just to blend out that blue just a tad. Here's the other side. Just to blend out that blue just a tad. Do you guys use your blends a lot? Do you have any tips for coloring with your blends? Okay, and then I'm gonna go right back in with the light soft sea foam and blend it all together from this point on. So I have a little bit of pool party and soft sea foam in my flower. Alrighty. I'm going to stamp another one just in case I decide that I need to have a second flower. I'm not sure yet if I'm going to need one. All right. Like I told you before, this will fit in our mini cut and emboss machine. I'm going to bring that guy right back in again. Put everybody aside. Grab my plates. And this is why I absolutely love this mini, you guys. As I work, my working area totally gets reduces in size, okay? And so if you see how much space I have around me, you will know that having this cut and emboss machine, and it can still fit in here on my workstation, it is amazing to have it. What did I just do with my little strips? My washi strips. I need to start keeping those. I don't know what I did with them. Oh, I know what I remember. I bunched it up and I put it in the trash. So note to self, don't do that anymore. Stick it right on the machine. All right. So I'm going to just make sure that I tack this down because I don't want it to shift. And like so. And then I'm gonna trim it, and I'm gonna cut the other one while I'm in there, just to make sure that when I if I need it, it's already cut and I can just do a quick color on it if that's what I need to do. Yeah, I don't flick anymore, Sharon. One, I couldn't get it to work right. And I'm like, Stampin' Up has way too many of these dies. I mean, these stamp sets that has splatter on them. So I'm just not doing that anymore. I'm not wasting. I mean, you can't replace the nibs. So once you destroy them, they're a mess. And you can't buy the individual colors. So you have to buy the 2-pack. And I'm like, you know, I have too many of duplicate sets because something's wrong with maybe one of them, and I had to go buy the whole bundle, the 2 of them again. So I think I was gonna, in my mind, I was gonna make that as a product sandbox idea for Stampin' Up if they haven't thought about it already. Is that we've just got to figure out a way they've got to figure out a way to make it, you can replace the nib and refill the barrel even, because when polished pink and those guys go out, I still have the markers. I would still like to be able to refill them and use them. All right, so let's set this one aside because I'm not sure if I'm going to need two of them or not. So let's set this one aside. Let me put this back on my machine so I can reuse my tape. All right. And then, so I don't lose my piece, I'm going to put it back. All right, so here's what I'm thinking as far as layout is concerned. I don't know if I'm going to need something else. So obviously I'm going to have this somewhere here. And then I'm going to have this here. Do I need a second one? What do you guys think? Do I need another one? Something like that. Do we need the second? Okay, Martinette. All right, so we're going to color this really quickly. And I'm going to reverse the coloring on this one. I'm going to start with the pool party. Then I'm going to go in with the dark soft sea foam as my highlighting color. Now, in theory, we would let this dry a little bit. But I'm not doing that today. Just laying on my color. I missed that part in there. And then there we go. I think we got everybody. Now I'm going to come in with my dark pool party. A smaller one. And I'm really not taking too much care with how I'm laying down this color. I don't see any blue up there, so I'm going to put that there. And then you can definitely see the distinction between the green and the blue. One of the flowers has a little bit more of a blue tinge, and the other has more of the green tint. Okay. So here's what we got. So if we did this, and we have this, then we have this. Still think I need the smaller one? Or maybe one goes on top. Oh, and one goes on the bottom. Thoughts, feedback? All right, Sharon says the smaller one. So let me grab the smaller one and get that stamped out real quick. Thank you, Martinette. Sharon's making me work. The one on top, right? But you still think it should be smaller? The smaller one? I like the blue. So the smaller one might work better on top. Let's do the blues on that one. I told you I just scribble. That is all I do. On some of them, some of the coloring I do take a little bit more care. Especially if I'm coloring people. I do try to take a little bit more care when I'm doing that. Okay, dark. Pull that out. And then blend it out. Here we go. Yes, I got you. That's why I've quickly redone this. And of course, I am too lazy to bring the machine out again. So I'm just going to try to quickly fussy cut this guy right here and call him a day. It's fairly simple to fussy cut. So you really don't need the die for this one. And it cuts fairly quickly, fairly simply. Get that out of the way. Here we go. So I think what I'm reading is this is going to kind of go here. And I'm going to put the smaller one on this side, like that. That look about right? I bring it down more, down here. I think that's what I'm going to do. All right, so this is always going to be popped up. So let's get to our little pop dots going here. I have these foam adhesive strips that I absolutely love. Okay. And now I gotta make sure that I know exactly where I'm gonna put this. So this is gonna go here. Make sure it's straight. I want to do the blues for a little contrast. I think so. Oh yeah, I like that one. So I'm gonna do the blues. And then I'm gonna do this one about right here. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Okay. Let's stop thinking and get her done. Make sure we're even. And I think I'm gonna go just about here. All right. And then this guy is gonna go just about here, like so. Right. We're gonna put him in here like that. And then this guy, I'm gonna need, so I think this is gonna go this way. Because it's gonna go that way, this is where I need to put my foam adhesive. I'm talking to myself right about now, y'all. I guess as long as I don't answer myself back, right? Isn't that what they say? Where else do I need a bit of? I put some here. I'm gonna need some here and some here. So I need to put a little bit here. And here. Perfect. All righty. And we are almost done with this card. We got to put up some bling on here. And then this will be our second card created with the new, the product premiere, Hello Irresistible. Here we go. And then y'all, I put my, oh, there it is. I'm like, where did I put that thing? All righty, let's get this guy out. And then, there. And well, thank you, Miss Rachel Tessman, for the inspiration for this card. I love how it came out. I think it's really pretty. I love the soft sea foam. And this is the card. And so let me bring back both cards that we created today. And this was promoting in the new in color, the new Hello Irresistible online exclusive suite. Love the cardstock, love the DSP, and I think you are absolutely going to love this as well. Thank you, Martinette. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you, Rebecca. Thank you, Michelle, everybody for joining me today. You guys, this video is going to be cross-posted in my YouTube channel, so take a look at it over there. Like, share, and subscribe, and follow me everywhere I go. Thank you, guys. Have a great day, and happy stamping.